Welcome back. We are almost to the weekend, and if you're looking for a good place to get your morning coffee and enjoy a fun environment, you're in luck.
Do they open at 1 a.m.? ABC 15's Amanda Kinseth is live at a new coffee shop in Surfside Beach called Milk and Honey Coffee Cafe.
Yeah, no, they don't open at 1 a.m., so maybe not before our work shift, but definitely afterwards. You can stop by here. Milk and Honey, this is just a really cool, exciting addition to Surfside.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Yeah.
We're super excited to be here. We've got family in the area, so we've been visiting Surfside for over 16 years. And we just kind of saw a hole in the market, you know, like for a privately owned coffee shop, and we're just like really excited to be making everything from scratch and baking everything fresh, and excited to meet all the locals around here.
Yes, well, we're excited to have a locally owned coffee shop, at least I am. And let's take a look at some of this, what you have over here, because I kept turning around and all of these delicious looking things kept appearing, and you make all of this from scratch.
Yeah, we make everything from scratch every day, so we're actually still baking right now. So we've got a lot more still to come, but over the next 2 hours, we'll just be like filling up this whole counter full of baked goods. We try to rotate out some flavors and try new things. Something that we're kind of like starting to be known for is our cruffin, which is a croissant. Like, it's a gigantic croissant formed into a muffin tin. It's going to be this guy back here. And then we stuff it with different ingredients. Right now, we've got a Nutella, we've got an apple pie, and we've got a berries and cream.
Right, a cruffin. I mean, how creative is that? I love it. And then you say Nutella, and it's like, sold. Yeah, so we'll show you around. And if you recognize this face, we'll let you know why coming up.
Now, Milk and Honey Coffee Cafe is located on 17 Business.
And they're open Tuesday to Sunday from 7 a.m. until 3 p.m. Now, you might recognize this guy from the Food Network, but he just opened a new coffee shop in Surfside Beach.
ABC 15's Amanda Kinseth is live for us at Milk and Honey Coffee, testing out a new spot.
Yes, oh my gosh, and it's amazing. And yes, you might recognize his face. Food Network, HBO, I mean, you've done a lot.
Yeah, I'm 2 times Guys Grocery Games winner on Food Network channel. I was one of the first Montana chefs to actually go on the show. And then I most recently was cast for the Big Brunch hosted by Dan Levy on HBO Max. Super fun experience. It was myself and 9 other chefs kind of going up in like a brunch battle, you know, and we were from all over the country, and we all had like eclectic different backgrounds, so it was just a blast.
Yeah, what a cool experience. And what a cool experience for people who walk in here now and they see you and they're like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, so you've been all over the country really, opening up, you know, fine dining restaurants and all these places, and then now you are right here in Surfside Beach with Milk and Honey Coffee Cafe. And what made you do this?
Be a little bit closer to home. I really wanted to open up my own restaurant ever since I was a little kid. So I think it was just like a goal that I kind of had, and it was just time to really like just go for it and just kind of like throw caution to the wind and just take a chance, you know, and see what happens. So the concept kind of came from us traveling around the U.S., traveling around the country, the U.K., the Caribbean, New Zealand most recently. And it's just a big collaboration of like all of our favorite places that we went to traveling around the world.
So it's right here in Surfside, and it's like you come here and you get that like worldly feel almost too.
Sounds good. Milk and Honey Cafe. Say that 5 times fast.
I know.
It's a coffee cafe, and it's located on 17 Business.
Now, they are open Tuesday to Sunday from 7 a.m. until 3 p.m. We are almost to the weekend, and if you're looking for a good place to get your morning coffee and just enjoy a fun environment, you're in luck.
ABC 15's Amanda Kinseth is live at a new coffee shop in Surfside Beach called Milk and Honey Coffee Cafe.
And I am ordering a coffee, of course, a maple sea salt latte. And actually, this is what photographer Will had, and he doesn't typically drink coffee. And how was it? He loved it. Yes. So you are here in town, and talk about the vibe that you have going on here, because that's something you're really focused on.
The vibe that we kind of created here, you know, like we just want to like bring the community together, you know, create good morning vibes, create a space where people can kind of come together, commingle, talk business or talk shop with their family, come in, grab a good bite of food, and just enjoy the space, feel comfortable in the space, you know, like come to a space that like makes them warm and fuzzy and invited.
It really is warm and fuzzy, and we have to walk over here because this is my favorite little spot over here, and you see it as soon as you walk in. And I sat here for the first time this morning, and oh my gosh, I love it!
Yeah.
You have this cool, yes, absolutely a cool vibe over here, and people can adopt plants.
Yeah. It was like a really cool concept while we were traveling around New Zealand, seeing cafes in these greenhouses. So the concept kind of came to life where like anything that we kind of like decorated with, like we could potentially have for sale. So we're calling it plant adoption, you know, where like we're actually like trying to find plants and propagate plants, and then or even like rehab plants, like plants that are struggling from friends and family, like kind of give them to us, and then we propagate them, rebound them, and then like potentially sell them.
I love it. I know the first time my son and I were here, we adopted Chase, a little succulent plant, and this morning I'm looking at Arthur. We need some new additions, and so if I have trouble, I can bring him back, and you can help me.
Yes, definitely.
Now, Milk and Honey Coffee Cafe is located on Highway 17 Business.
They're open Tuesday to Sunday from 7 a.m. until 3 p.m. Now, you might recognize this guy from the Food Network, but he just opened a new coffee shop in Surfside Beach.
ABC 15's Amanda Kidzith is live for us at Milk and Honey Coffee Cafe, testing a new spot.
Yes, and oh my gosh, I just had the maple sea salt latte. It was so good, I already drank it all. And then now I'm drooling because look at all of the delicious stuff that you have here. So we talked about the cruffins a little bit, but in case people weren't here, talk about what that is.
So we take our croissant dough, we form it into large muffin tins, and then bake it off, and then stuff it with different ingredients. So we've got a Nutella stuffed, we've got an apple pie, which we take sauteed apples, mix it with our house-made apple butter and house-made caramel, and then stuff it in there, a little bit of liquid fondant. And then we also have a berries and cream cruffin, where we take a little bit of cream cheese frosting, and then mixed berry jam on the inside. Another one that people have been really enjoying are the morning buns. The morning buns are kind of like the European-style cinnamon roll, but instead of using a brioche bread dough, they use a croissant dough, so it's a little bit lighter and flakier on the inside, but a little bit crispier on the outside.
Wow, and then how about this over here?
We've got a chocolate bundt with fresh fruit. We're also doing like a couple different varieties of just plain muffins. We've got a mixed berries and cream, and then with white chocolate chips. And then we've got a blueberry muffin today as well. A lot of people have been kind of freaking out over our cookies as well. We actually had a family that like had one just randomly because we were low on pastries. Came back the next day, they bought every cookie we had baked off because they were driving back up to Virginia the next day. You know.
Wow.
So.
Well, gosh, I mean, mouth-watering. I love the creativity and like how you added to it. And then now that we're over here, we talked about the adopting the plants. Well, here's one named Charlie. I might have to get this one too. That's my son's name.
Milk and Honey Coffee Cafe is located on 17 Business.
Now, they are open Tuesday to Sunday from 7 a.m. until 3 p.m.